Hi, I'm Tarik. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to save tons of money and hassle on property maintenance. But I want to take a moment to share with you the quick story about how I got to be here today with you. Now, a lot of people have asked why I created this solution and what's the actual story behind all these hard work and dedication. Now, of course, I'm all about eliminating the stress of your property maintenance and repairs. That's my number one goal. But my commitment and dedication to help you focus on building your portfolio instead of managing your property maintenance and avoiding wasting time trying to find contractors goes deeper than that, much deeper. So I want to share with you the story behind this solution so you can understand the reason why I do what I do and why I care so much about your success. So let me tell you a quick story about the time I was trying to fix my backed up sink. Okay, so here's my story. Labor Day weekend of 2015. My sink began to back up. So I did what everybody else did at that time. I went online, started calling plumbers on Google, Yelp. I must have called, 20 to 30 people when I finally got one person committed to show up in 2 hours just to call me an hour later to cancel. So I had to go back again to the drawing board and start calling people all over. Finally, I got one person committed to come, but I had to wait all day till 7 or 8 p.m. for him to show up. And then when he showed up, it literally took him less than 10 minutes to fix the problem. I was happy, but then he handed me this ridiculous bill. If I remember correctly, it was $325 for 10 minutes work. Honestly, I said to myself at that time, man, this guy makes way more money than I am with a master's in computer science. Like, I should have been a plumber. At that moment, I felt helpless. I felt I had no control of the situations. Here I am, I had to waste a whole day on the phone trying to chase a plumber to get one person to come in. And the whole entire time, I have no clue what it's going to cost. So some of you that are watching this video today are probably have felt some of these situations. And that's when I wanted to put my foot on the brake and I said, it's gotta be a better way. We like to call it ChoreRelief. Now let me ask you a question. For some of you are watching this video right now, if you have a problem, toilet is backing up or sink is backing up or light fixture needs to be fixed or even landscaping needs to be done, how do you normally attend to those? Now I know a majority of people would go to one of these options. Either they will go post a job at Craigslist, Google, or go to Yelp. Those are the three major players that most of people go to. Now the interesting thing about Craigslist is you're going to post a job, which take you a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and you're gonna hope that that job, somebody is actually going to see it. But the Craigslist doesn't dispatch. It just sits there, hopefully someone will actually scan through it and be like, oh, I think I can do this. Then they're gonna start sending you emails, trying to set up an appointment to come and take a look, or text you if you have a phone number, or even call you. The things you gotta keep in mind is you don't even know who that person is showing up to your home in the first place. Is he criminal? Is it a dog with a tool belt? Who knows, right? Then you get the second option, which was the only option I used at that time, was going to Google and trying to make phone calls. So you do a research, I come up across the first 20, 30 people, and I start calling. Now guess what? The calls are getting even worse and worse and worse and worse because these contractors are already being bombarded by multiple telemarketers calling them all the time. So if they don't recognize the number, they don't even answer. And you leave a voicemail and good luck. So you make 20 plus calls, spend tons of time just on the phone. Again, this is all the time you're still fishing. You haven't even catch anything. And then you have to spend time waiting for pros to come to give you, this is what's funny, they always call it this, free estimate. There's no such a thing called free estimate. You've already invested time, gas to drive to the person's home. So that's money. That's gonna cost you something. So you as a customer right now waiting all day to get one person. Let's say hypothetically speaking, after 4 hours making phone calls, you got one person to come in. Now you are on their window time frame. Oh, how many of you have ever heard this? I'm gonna be there between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. How many of you wanna pull their hair when they hear that? Because I sure as hell did. So you wait almost a full entire day just to get one thing scheduled. Now, if you have 4 to 5 properties and a lot of things happen at the same time, multiply that by how many property do you have. You have to make these calls every single time there's an issue. Then you come into this, this land of fake reviews. Anybody here can buy reviews, by the way, just so you know. So if you have a business in Yelp and you want to get 1,000 reviews, you can buy those reviews. So there's a lot of fakeness to it, and there's no trust. Again, you still, out of all these 3 places, you still don't have any idea who that person is. What does it look like? What are their background situation? Or what any of this scenario? Plus, it's costing you a lot of time. This will go anywhere from 3 hours to 4 hours, maybe 5, just to get someone. Here, you're probably going to spend 30 minutes just calling. But here, you're basically doing the whole work yourself. You got to go and search and find and start calling one person at a time. But what if there was a better way? What if there was one way where you, right now, make one call, and that call gets amplified and sent to all the contractors you're trying to chase? All right, let me show you how it actually works. So customers come and download the ChoreRelief customer app. And then they get to pick one of the 4 categories of services that we offer currently. Handyman, which could involve anywhere from plumber, painter, or handyman. Landscaping, cleaning services, and movers. So we have 4 categories that we currently offer on the platform. And it takes literally than 60 seconds to post a job. I can't wait to show you the demo how the actually app works. So now the customer comes and select one of these categories, and they get to enter job details. Now, if you're lazy and you don't feel like typing, then you can just simply hit the microphone and speak to your phone, and we'll type it for you. Then if you have a picture of the work, that's awesome. You know what they say, pictures speak 1,000 words. So you upload those pictures to your job. The next would be selecting an address. Now remember, this was built in a way to give you the freedom to go out there and find more deals. So you can do this and post this job anywhere on the wall, and you can pick whatever locations and address you need the repairs and services to be done at. So you enter the address, and then the cool feature, or actually I should say the unique feature about ChoreRelief now, is you actually get to suggest or name your price with this project. Yes, you get to name your own price. And for some of you watching this video thinking like, well, I don't know how much to pay, don't worry, just put a number that you're comfortable paying. I promise you, I'm gonna show you how you actually to know which price you wanna be in. So now that we got that, you can schedule a job. The work can start as early as 1 hour, or you can schedule for a later day. In less than 60 seconds, your job is done. It's only 4 steps. Once you get here and you hit submit, the app now become your virtual assistant. We're dispatching the job on your behalf to local, background vetted contractors in our network. Now, some of these contractors probably, if they see you too lowballing offering, they don't even have to bother submitting a bid, but they still have a saying. They have 2 choices. They can counter offer and submit a bid, or they can actually accept your offer as is. And the cool thing is, you don't have to chase your emails and your text messages or your phone trying to find who is interested or not. It's all come back here to one single point of contact. In here, which I can't wait to show you, where you're going to be able to see all of these contractors, and you will be able to read reviews about every individual contractors. Now the reviews, these are not Yelp. These are real reviews that were made by customer before you, just like you, for that particular individual that was hired in our ecosystem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is now we're gonna go over a quick demo how the app works. Right here in front of me, I have the ChoreRelief customer app. We have the 4 categories that we're currently offering. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the Handyman. And here, I can actually type, or I can simply hit the microphone and talk to the phone and have it do the whole typing for me. I need someone to paint this wall. Next, then I can tap in an icon for the image. I can upload a picture, or I can actually take a picture. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of the wall. So if you have problem tenants that lives in a property or it's your property, you can actually upload a photo or ask them to send you pictures and upload them right up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I can select my address. This will pick up your current location, or you can tap in on the input box, and in the top right corner there is the magnifying glass. You can tap in there and you can type whatever address you need the repairs to be done at. It's going to be selected in the blue. That's the correct address. And go next. Now here we can set the time. The earliest we can have someone at your front door is 1 hour from now, but you can always schedule for a later date. Simply just up and down. If you're an Android, I think the calendar is a little bit different, but you get the idea. The coolest feature about ChoreRelief here is actually you get to suggest a budget with your project. You can actually even suggest an hourly rate, how much you want to pay per hour, 15, 20, 30 bucks an hour if this is going to be like a full day job. Or you can just simply set a budget here and say, you know what, I'm going to pay 100 bucks. Now, for some of you who are watching this video, you're probably thinking, well, like, I don't know how much it's going to cost. Don't worry, just put a budget that you're comfortable with. And then once you start getting the bids and the counter offer from the contractors, it will give you a sense of where actually the cost should have been. So I'm going to go ahead and go next. Here we have a form of payments. You can swipe to the left to select which one you want to make as the default form of payment. Don't worry, no credit cards will be charged. The job will just need some form of a payment to make sure that they have funds in the account once the job is in progress. And this is the last step. This is how quick and easy it is to use the ChoreRelief. Like at this point here, you review the details of your job. Now, if you need to change anything, you just simply click on that drop down arrow next to each category, and it will take you to that place where you can add more details if you need to update it, or if it's all good, yes. And I promise you, this is literally what's the screen, you're only going to look at it once. And this here will tell you what's going to happen. So the moment you hit yet submit the job, we're going to send the job to a contractor that is in our network. You're going to start get proposals and bids. The work will not begin until you accept one of the proposals. And again, your credit card will not be charged till the job is completed. So let's go ahead and post this job. So what's going to happen is contractors, they get push notifications, and I also get a text message telling me that as a contractor, hey, there's a job near you. So I'm going to click on that link. And now it's going to ask me to open up the ChoreRelief Workers app. So as you can see here as a contractor, I'm immediately receiving your request. And I can see it clearly up here as the top job that we just posted, $100. If I can click in it, it tells me exactly, if I click this arrow pointing up, it tells me what's the detail about, as I need someone to paint this wall. And if I tap on the photo, it shows me what the work is need to be done. So now as a contractor, I can accept it as is by simply hitting the word accept, or I can simply send you a counter offer by sending you 125 or whatever that might be. And I can just leave whatever description I want in this particular detail. Subcontractors will bid under. You'll be surprised how many times we've seen that happen. Simply hit accept. Now as a customer, I'm going to go back to the customer app. And on the top right corner where it says proposal received, I can click in there. And this will show me by order of when I created this job. So the latest one we have is the one on top where it says, so if I click here, I'll be able to see a list of all the contractors that bid on my job. You see how cool it is that I don't have to keep shifting between emails and phone calls and text messages. It's all going to be coming down here. In this screen, you can scroll up and down. You can be able to see multiple contractors, multiple bids. And then by simply click on view, you'll be actually able to see reviews that were made for these particular contractors by previous customers that hired him right through the ChoreRelief app. And then in this little square box right up there in pot, that's what you can read the comments that was submitted when that actual contractor has sent a bid. Now, not all of them, they do that, but if they do, you'll be able to see it out there. And if you like this particular individual, you simply hit hire. You ask me to confirm, yes. So now the job is being scheduled, as you can see. It moved from proposal tab to schedule tab, went from here to here. And if I go back to the contractor app, contractor now can click on the schedule. They have a job schedule, 125 bucks. And here's the cool part. Now, once I click, I'm on my way. If I go back to your customer, and again, you'll be getting push notification email. This will show you the status that the contractor is on its way. And it will even show you exactly where he's located and as they move in the map, coming to your site. So you never have to worry about what time they're going to arrive. You can talk to them and chat with them via these two buttons that we have here in the bottom. Emails keep on coming about change of status of the job. So I'm going to go ahead and start the job. Again, you as a customer, you'll be aware that the work has begun. Finish the job. Now, this is the part where we actually ask them to submit a proof of the work has been completed. And what that means is they need to take a picture of the completed work. So I'm going to go ahead and just pretend that we painted this wall. Okay, I don't have any other way, but I'm going to just take a picture like this. Now we've painted the wall. And this is a proof. I'm going to compile the invoice and we're going to send it to you as a customer. Now the customer, you open up your app, you can click on their payments, and then you'll see there is an invoice of $125 and paid. By simply tapping on that invoice, you can see the details about the work. You can click on a drop down arrow under the green completed. This gives you an actual location and the time. So if multiple properties, you'll be able to see which one was the work for. And if there were any additional charge, you'll be able to see them in here. Now, this is the early pictures that we uploaded, if you guys remember. This is the picture that the contractor uploaded for the completed work. Now, you have a card on file, or you can always go back and click on change and then be able to select which one you want as a default, or you simply click on plus add new card to add a new card. You can leave a tip if you like, and then here simply just leave review. And at this point, we're going to process the credit card we have in file, and then immediately 2 business days later, we'll be depositing the revenue that generated for the contractors, their commission.
Now you see how much time and hassle this could save you. I mean, think about what you could do if you had more free time. Think about that. What's that time worth to you? Whether spending it with your family, spouse, playing with your cat or a dog, or just simply hanging out with your friends. Or if you're a savvy investor chasing your next deal. What if half of what I said to you today is true? What if my solution can save you 10 hours? Heck, 5 hours. What if it's just 1 hour? If you're like me, and I know you are, your time is valuable and you would pay anything to get it back. And if you have an assistant to work or to do this work for you, you probably pay her or him anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000 a year. And remember when I said at first that I care about your success? For a limited time offer, you get access to ChoreRelief for free. As long as you download the app today, it will always be free for you to use. So go ahead, check out ChoreRelief.com, download the app today, and stop paying what you were told and start paying what you can afford.